There was one thing that became blatantly clear last episode for us as we lost 104 to 120 to the Dallas Mavericks. And that was, this team's not going anywhere this year. You know, I thought early on in the season, maybe we sneak into a play-in spot. I don't really think that's on the table anymore. Just watching this team play is not great. We have a couple of really standout players in Jackson Baldwin and Jalen Duren, and I want to show you a little bit just how much it falls off after that by showing you some of these advanced stats. And the stat I want to focus on right now is game score. If you look here at the top right, it says average game score is a linear calculation used to quantify how impressive a player's individual performances are. 10 is considered average and 20 is outstanding, and 30, it doesn't say what 30 is, but 30 is probably just outrageous. You see, we have two players that are just on the cusp of this outstanding line, right? Baldwin and Duren. These two have been leading this squad. I've been giving a lot of credit to Baldwin, probably underselling just how good Duren has been. He's, by a lot of these advanced metrics, has actually been the best player on our team, and it's not Baldwin. But it's these two, and then nobody else has even hit the average mark. Now, Reeves is considered basically right there. Right? He's 9.8. That's just below the average mark. But then after that, nobody else is even close to average. We need an offseason of development, right? We have a really, really young team. We need that that offseason development of not only attributes, but badges going up as well. Gonna really help out this team. But, you know, maybe the downside of a draft-only franchise like we're doing on all the games right now on our channel is that mid-season improvements aren't really an option, except for like in Madden, where you steal out of the development through the season, and MLB The Show as well. And 2K, you see a lot of the development in the off season. People don't gain badges in the season. They'll go up a little bit, 1 or 2 overall throughout the season, but you don't get these massive jumps until the off season. And so we're gonna keep up. Last episode we went through an entire month. I think we're gonna keep up that pace to get through the rest of this season. And so with this month of February, I wanted to do something a little bit different. And that is kind of similar to our critical situations episodes from MLB The Show 23. Instead of just playing a full game, I want to go in, simcast every game, and if it's within shouting distance, probably 5, maybe less, somewhere less than 10 points with 5 minutes left, we hop into that rest of the game and let's see if we can get some clutch situations for the squad. So that's going to be the plan for February. We're also going to be previewing a little bit more of the draft in this episode. Preview the very top earlier on in the season, but now we have a lot more information. So towards the end of this episode, if you want to stick around to see kind of what the draft is looking like, stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and start simcasting these games. Here we've got our first one. It took just 2 games to get to this point, but just under 6 minutes left to play. We've got a 5-point ball game. We're going to hop into this game here against the Houston Rockets, who have been very good here in Season 2. They've shown a lot of development, and let's see if we can close out this victory. Baldwin dishes to Duren, and that's a beautiful pick and roll play there. Increases that lead back up to 6. And off to Jalen Green. He's attacking the basket. Aggressive move from him. He misses it, but he gets his own rebound. Out to Tari Eason. He also misses. And off to Baldwin. Another pick and roll here with Duren. Another handoff into him and another finish inside. Gave a shout out to him here at the beginning of this episode. But man, this guy is so good at what he does. Doesn't have the most well-rounded game. More of a specialized player, but he is so good at those specialties. Kuzma pulling up from 3. Off back iron. Duren with the rebound. Another screen from Duren comes. Kicks it to him again. And he's 3 for 3. We have built up a 10-point lead. all through Jalen Duren and that Jackson Baldwin pick and roll. Green wide open from 3. He's off the mark. Tip rebound goes to Jackson Baldwin. He's running the other way. Inside to Duren again, and that's another basket. We've seen 8 quick points from Duren in the last 2 minutes of play. Green inside, has Cam Reddish on him. The defense was good, but the bucket will fall. Houston not ready to give up on this one quite yet. This play's been working for us. We keep going back to it, and I love it. This time, Baldwin's going to take it. He gets the foul plus the shots. Wonderful strength shown there by Jackson Baldwin. Highlighted the fact that this team is basically 2 players here to start this episode, and if this little 5 minutes, well, really 2.5 minute stretch so far isn't just exactly proving exactly what I said, is Baldwin will be strong on his free throw. Christopher has it. He's driving in on Cam Reddish. Dish to Şengün, out to Kuzma. Eason forced to take the contested 3, but he hits it. Kuzma driving inside over. Okiki gets the shot to fall. 7 points is the lead. Baldwin with it. He takes the Duren screen and gets the foul call on it. Şengün with his 4th. MVP chance for Baldwin. He is on fire tonight. 13 of 17 from the field. His chance sure seemed warranted with tonight's performance. Holy, we've seen him dish out 4 assists to Jalen Duren just in this little portion of the game as well. I wonder what his game total for assists is. We'll check that out here at the end. It's the Eason screen. He's to the rim, but he's stuffed by Jackson Baldwin. That was a really weird dive play by 2K there. Houston ends up with the bucket anyway. We take our second to last timeout. Baldwin from the mid-range, turnaround shot, drops home. Up by 7 with 37 seconds left. Feel pretty confident we're going to end up with this win. 34, 4, and 9 with 2 steals and 3 blocks. We saw 2 of those. 3 turnovers. Hit his lone 3, 5 of 6 from the line. Bradford Reeves was cooking in this game. This guy has really started to turn it up. He had a rough start, but can you guys even see? Let me just turn my face cam off for this part here. But Jalen Duren, double-double on 18 shots. This is really actually a below-average efficiency game for him. Reddish also played well. Nemhard, 9 and 9, nearly a double-double. Haywood did not shoot well. And then Okiki was didn't shoot well, but he was doing a little bit of everything here in this game. So a win against the Rockets they're the number 2 team in all the West right now. Let's keep up the simulations. Another hop-in situation just one game later. This time it is a 3-point lead against New Orleans Pelicans with 4.5 minutes to go in this one. From the corner, McCollum, he gets past Jalen Duren right to the cup, and it's a 1-point game. Baldwin with it. That is not a great shot. Just kidding. Who am I to talk? Off the dribble, fadeaway 3 from Baldwin. Zion trying to go inside on O'Neal. Valanciunas left alone in the corner, splashes it in. Baldwin has it in the corner. Dishes inside to Royce O'Neal, but he can't hit the layup. McCollum on the drive, dishes to Ingram. Ingram forced to take the tough mid-range jumper. Baldwin with a nice defense. We're going the other way. Feed to Duren. He's got Ingram on him in the post, backing him down. Turnaround shots. Banks it home. That's a cutter play for Zion, but Duren with the quick hands. Deflects it inside the other way to Baldwin in transition. And we're back up by 5. That's another steal. Our defense is playing lights out here the last couple of possessions. In transition, we're going to slow it down a bit. Beating Baldwin now in the post. He gets the double. Back out to Reddish. For 3, it's in. This team is coming in clutch here in these pop-in games. Should be doing stuff like this more often. Team's looking good here. Zion gets the tough shot to fall. Had 2 defenders on him. Back down to 6. Nemhard. The Baldwin. He's shooting the mid-range shot right over Brandon Ingram. And it's good. He can't be stopped. Call him to Zion inside. The layup falls. Zion only 12 points tonight. Nemhard left wide open for 3. He's knocking it in, dude. If Nemhard's knocking home 3s, you know it's a good night. That dude never makes a shot when we watch. McCollum with it, driving it in on Reddish. That's a tough shot. The defense was good, but Valanciunas cleans up the board. Nemhard has it in the corner of the shot clock. It's coming down. And eventually takes the tough layup. It's no good. New Orleans needs a quick score here. McCollum from deep. It's good. 4 points now is the deficit. We don't have any more timeouts. 18 seconds in a 4-point lead. Baldwin with it. He's going to be taking the free throws. Always a comfort to have your best player on the line. First free throw falls. Second free throw for Baldwin is up and down. 6 points with 16 seconds. A defensive stop away from sealing this victory. Brandon Ingram, he's taken the off the dribble 3. It's strong. And that's going to do it for this game here. We're simulating out the last few seconds. 114 to 121 is the final score. Baldwin nearly with a triple-double, dude. It would have been sick to see him get that triple-double here, but 20 and 12 from Duren. Reddish doing well. Reeves again. This time, Haywood was shooting it well. 6 for 10, 2 of 3 from downtown. Second straight 9 and 9 from the games we've hopped in from Nemhard. Didn't shoot it particularly well, though. And so Kiki, he just fouled out. He's not shooting well at all. He was 2 for 7. Fouled out. That's why we saw Royce O'Neal at the end of this game. Gonna take a pause here to take a look at the All-Stars for this year. Luka Doncic and Giannis were the captains, with LeBron, Jokic, KD, Garland, Dame, Jimmy Butler, SGA, Zion, Levine, Sabonis, and Anthony Edwards on one team. On Team Giannis is Steph, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell, Joel Embiid, Harden, Kawhi, Ja, Randall, Cade, B.I., who we just saw, and Kristaps Porzingis. So no All-Star bid for Jackson Baldwin. Not super surprised. Thought maybe, but his stats are just probably a little bit too low, but definitely somebody that we're going to expect to be an All-Star in the near future. 5 minutes left against the Indiana Pacers. We're down by 1. Let's see how we can close this game out. Miles Turner hits the free throw to start us off, so down by 2 in all reality. Start this one out. Nemhard gets absolutely stuffed at the rim. Jalen Smith is going to hold up at the top of the key. Miles Turner has it. Hits the shot over Cam Reddish. Baldwin isolating against Smith here. I like this matchup for us. Baldwin gets by him, but Smith stuffs him. Why are you going for a floater? You have the angle, man. Go all the way to the rim. What's that? I do not like that shot selection. Just left hand, go in, brother. Nembhard in the corner. Gonna get a screen as the shot clock goes down. Pulls up from mid-range. Rattles out. Tyrese Halliburton just blows by Nembhard. Duren couldn't come in time with the help, and he slams it home. 6-point lead now for Indiana. Baldwin, he's left all alone from 3. You can't disrespect him like that. He's not the best shooter, but come on. Bridges, 3-pointer is pure. Indiana answers that. Long-range shot right back. Nembhard has a shot clock coming to a close. Don't like this. Nembhard, layup is off. That was a terrible possession. I don't know what was going on there. Miles Turner guarded by Reddish here. He's turning around and shooting, but it's no good. Baldwin. Guarded by Bogdanovic. Trying to take him inside, but the defense was good. Finds a wide open Nembhard. 3 rattles home. 1 possession game. Halliburton skirts around Jalen Duren and feeds it to Miles Turner, who gets the turnaround shot to go in for him. Baldwin. He's going to the rim. Gets fouled. The shot's not going to fall, but he does earn 2 free throws. Second free throw. Pure. Pick and roll from the corner. Matherin layup is good. We can't stop this offense, man. Baldwin with it. Driving on Bogdanovic. Slams it home with 2 hands. We're scoring. We just need to get a stop. Can we finally do it here? Forced to pick up the ball. Now to Halliburton. He gets fouled. No! Okeke, what are you doing? Baldwin steps back on Bogdanovic. Got him to break his ankles, but doesn't take the shot. Instead kicks to Okeke, who misses. Halliburton. Guarded by Okeke. We're going to send a double. No, you don't leave a man wide open. Oh, it works. Still don't love the play, though. Baldwin from the mid-range. Got some space. And it's good. Bridges misses the first free throw. All right, bringing in the better shooter in Haywood. Makes the second. Down by 4, 26 seconds. We're not out of this one yet, folks. Pick and roll with Baldwin and Duren. Finds Haywood for 3. It's good. Haywood brings us to a 1-point game. What a clutch shot. We're fouling Benedict Matherin here. But even if he makes both, it's only going to be a 3-point game. Second one is good as well. Down by 3. We have a chance to tie. Baldwin spinning. Dishing to Haywood, who's going to take the 3. This one's offline. Duren grabs the board, though. Okeke now. No good. Duren grabs another board. Reddish now, our 3rd try, and it's good this time with 0.9 seconds left. 121 to 121. Jalen Duren, what a player. Oh my goodness. Haywood missed. Then Okeke missed. Then Reddish. Duren with 2 incredible offensive rebounds. Oh my goodness. Just have to force this miss from Indiana. Halliburton. Just off. He almost made that one. We've got overtime. I'm going to simulate the first 2 minutes of overtime. just because we're trying to get through a lot of games quickly here in this episode. Simulate. Here. Last minute. Minute 10. It was a little bit more than I wanted. That quick simulation is maybe a little bit too quick. Up by 1. A minute left. Baldwin's not in. Did he foul out? That's rough. That's rough. Bridges off the dribble. It's strong. Haywood with the rebound. Under a minute left. We score here. That's going to be huge. Okiki for 3. No! Okiki's been not good in this game. I usually like Okiki, but today, not so much. Or at least in this game. We're going to get 2 free throws from Jalen Duren. Averaging 19.7 and 11.7. Just under 20 and 12. First free throw is good. Baldwin was just taking a breather, I guess. I don't know why in overtime. Second free throw is good too. We hold a 3-point lead. Indiana with a chance to tie. Bridges defended by Okiki. Gets the screen from Turner. Going inside. Fouled by Duren. His 5th. The second is in. Got to get that in. We get it to Baldwin. Oh, he's fouled. Holy hallelujah. Holy hallelujah. More MVP chance for Baldwin. Holy hallelujah, baby. Oh my goodness. I thought we just sold. Good with the first. Getting the MVP chance. Man wasn't even elected to the All-Star game. But our fans are hopeful. Has there ever been an MVP as he misses the second? No way. Has there ever been an MVP who didn't make the All-Star game? You would have had to have an insane second half of the year. Not even half. It's less than half after the All-Star break. Bridges. Driving inside. Goes to Halliburton. We left him wide open. What is Haywood doing? I gotta see that again. What happened with this defensive play, man? All right, so we got Haywood on Halliburton. They send him like on a little loop around. He just starts to guard Miles Turner? Why? Why are you guarding Miles Turner? Your man's Tyrese Halliburton. Gets a screen from Duren. Clock is winding down. Fadeaway 3-pointer is off, and it's double overtime. My goodness, man. I can't believe this. All right. I'm going to simulate a few minutes in again. 144. We're not even going to be able to do that many more games here at this rate. This Pacers game's taking forever. Baldwin with it. We're down by 1 here with a minute to go. Haywood hands back off to Baldwin. Dwight Powell. Looks like we got a foul out from Duren. Fading away. No! He was wide open. Just pull up for the shot normally, my guy. Bridges lays it in. Indiana leads by 3. Haywood to Baldwin. Wide open is Cam Reddish. Hit that, please. Yes, he does. Tied again. Jackson. Matherin. Layup is good over Reddish. Once again, it's getting the stops that's been hurting us. We score fine against this team. Just can't stop them. Baldwin. Has some space from 3. It's good. Las Vegas leads by 1. Bridges sizing up Okiki. Gets inside. Layup is no good. Okiki and Powell combine for the stop. Take our time or get to the rim. Halliburton with the wise foul there. Force him to earn it. He was blowing by him there towards the rim. We're up by 2. Second free throw. Good. We hold a 3-point lead now. Bridges with it. Pacers trail by 3. To Turner. Pacers taking a lot of time here. Bridges sizing up Okiki. Getting to the rim, out to Bogdanovic, forced to take the tough 3 over Baldwin. He misses it. Okiki grabs the board. Some nice defense here in double OT. Haven't liked most of what I've seen from Okiki, but have liked this double overtime period. Got to make just one of these. The first one is good. That should be a double overtime Vegas win over the Indiana Pacers here. Goes 2 for 2. So barring something crazy, that's the end of this game. 145 to 140 is the final. Baldwin coming in clutch in that double OT period. Chuma Okiki with some great defense as well. Player of the game will be Jackson Baldwin. Let's go ahead and take a look now. 32, 5, and 9 for him. 28 points from Cam Reddish. He's been on fire with these games. 6 of 11 from 3. 24 and 18 from Duren. Haywood with 15 points. 3 steals as well. Reeves didn't shoot quite as well as we normally see. 12 and 7. From Nemhard, 14 boards. Couldn't shoot today at all. But with the defense, man, and the boards from Okiki, it's on a tough scoring streak, but he's impacting the game in other ways. And we've got a trade deadline blockbuster to announce. De'Aaron Fox will be headed to the Orlando Magic. The Kings are 21 and 40, one of the worst teams in the NBA this season, while the Magic have come out on fire and are in contention out in the East. They're going to get D'Angelo Russell, really for salary purposes. They're going to get rookie Donnell Sloan, who's been pretty dang good. And then Jalen Suggs, not very long ago, a very high lottery pick, as well as 2 first-round selections. Kings throw in a couple players just to make the trade work. But 2 prospects, 2 first-round picks for De'Aaron Fox. Maybe, you know what? Be a little bit light for De'Aaron Fox. Let's see, De'Aaron Fox, who's a 88. Let's go ahead and give maybe just, let's throw in a Nuggets first. The Nuggets. Yeah, we're gonna give a Nuggets first there. Let's put in a 3rd first here. 3 unprotected firsts, 2 prospects for De'Aaron Fox. Here we go. A big time trade in the league, I should say. And here for the Magic, I mean, they've had a problem of too many players, but not enough, high-end talent. I think this helps solve that for them. I think the Kings help kick off what is, unfortunately for them, another rebuild. It just has not worked for them in this franchise nearly as much as it is in real life. In real life, the Kings are looking pretty good, but it's just hasn't been nearly as successful for them here in this series. You could also have them send away Sabonis, but we're going to keep Sabonis on the team for now. They're terrible again next year. Maybe, but that's if they even keep Sabonis, because he's on an expiring. I thought with 3 years left on Fox's deal, him being paid quite a lot, it would behoove the Kings to just accept the fact that things aren't working with this current iteration of the team. The Magic become really, really intriguing in the East with this move. They're gonna be, up there with now the Celtics. The Celtics definitely have more of the top end talent with this duo. You're going to be up there with the Bucks. Again, the top end talent is a little bit better, but just this 8-man rotation of the Magic that are all, really talented, young, 80 overall plus players is going to be very fun to watch how that plays out in the East this postseason. For us, we're not going to make any trade deadline deals. I think thought about maybe trying to get rid of Karis LeVert because we did bench him this year. But I think he's good injury insurance. Or I think if Haywood, Nembhard, Reeves goes down, even a guy like Reddish, I think if any of those guys goes down, he gets more playing time. And I did do Trade Finder for him, and we were getting just a second round pick. I'd rather have Karis LeVert insurance than a second round pick. Pretty much is the reason we're not going to trade him or really anybody else. Also, the mentorship value that they add as well, him and guys like Powell who aren't playing, they do provide some value to the team. We are now through the month of February. Turns out playing all those extra minutes against the Pacers didn't really end up mattering all that much. We only had one close game really the rest of the month. And we kind of, the Golden State Warriors kind of pulled close late. We were up by like 10 with 5 minutes left, so I didn't hop into that one. So that's it for the gameplay. Just to see where we are at now in the standings as we end the month of February. In the Western Conference, we are in the, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I don't know why they, it works when you go top down, but then when you do it this way, it says 32. It's weird. It was right there. We are in 12th place here in the conference. Only a couple games out of the play-in tournament. I said I didn't think it was possible, but it actually kind of is. But this race really between 13 and 10 is quite close. Like I said, the Kings really far down there. They had a star player. I thought we could get rid of him. Thought about doing it for the Jazz, but it would be Kyrie Irving, who they just signed. So if they're bad again next year, we might say Kyrie Irving has to leave. But there you have it for the trade deadline in the All-Star game. Steph Curry wins the three-point contest, and Jackson Baldwin is our slam dunk contest winner. Let's go. Gets to participate in the festivities. Kind of reminds me, I'm a Utah Jazz fan, of when Donovan Mitchell, he was not an All-Star caliber player as a rookie yet, but he got to participate in the weekend and maybe became a sign of things to come. Won the dunk contest in that season as well. So last thing I want to do here is take a look at the draft and what we're looking at with this class. Omar Santiago is the number one player. He's projected to be an 81 overall player, and he's a decent shooter, but more of an inside guy with playmaking and perimeter defense. Does that sound like anybody? Honestly, he looks like athleticism as well. The point guard version of Jackson Baldwin. And so does another Jackson Baldwin type player fit with the Jackson Baldwin? I don't know. But honestly, I'm taking the most talented player. If we win the lottery, we're taking Omar Santiago. He looks pretty sick. After that, there is a pretty deep drop off. There's a bunch of guys at 77 overall. Manny Aguilar is projected by two of the sites to be the second best player in the class. He's fine. He's fine. I wouldn't be excited to take him. If we're not taking like a really awesome talent like Omar Santiago, at that point, I am more concerned about fit. I just don't think he's a very good fit. If we take a look at other players kind of projected here at the top, Daniel Joseph, 74 overall. Again, not a shooter. Does have A- potential. Donnell Fleming, he is more of a shooter here, so I do like his fit better. The only problem, no potential. So you're talking about, man, it's really a one-player class here at the top. Oscar Logan comes up next, another guy like, where is it? He's an athlete. He doesn't even have that great of potential. Simon Rogers, more of an inside player. So top of the draft, outside of the very first pick, is very underwhelming, I think. But we don't have to go by, what the league thinks is the top of the class. My second favorite player in the class is Eric Wood. Only has one badge, which is disappointing. But A+ 3-point shooter at the power forward spot. That is a spot that we need. A post defense, B rebounding. Not an athlete, and that's why he's not going to go high in this draft, but has the potential as well. And so if we don't end up with the first overall pick, we end up in like the 3 or 4 range, something like that, which, I mean, like I said, we're in the contention for the play-in tournament, so the likelihood of us getting the number 1 overall pick, unless we absolutely bottom out, is very, very small. I think Eric Wood might be my second best favorite player in this class. Again, not very powerful with the badges. He only has 1 in his green machine, but I would be excited to take him. Another position that it feels like we really need is point guard, right? And of course, the best player in the class does play that position. But you take a look here, and we're talking about very short players. Probably should finish the scouting report here on Ferdinand Ramos, but it's just not that great of a class. Patrick Washington here. This is a player that could be good. Let's talk about him. A+ 3-point shooter, B playmaking. So player kind of similar to Dion Haywood, where he's more of a shooter than a playmaker, but he's a really good athlete. C+ potential though. So maybe with our second round pick, I could be convinced into taking him. It's just a 1-player class at the point guard position. From what I've seen so far, still have plenty of scouting to do. But all I'm saying is, outside of Omar Santiago and Eric Wood, I've only found 2 players that I really like in this class, not liking it nearly as much as I did the last class. But like I said, there's still plenty of time to find more players that I like. There's some decent centers as well. I'm just not so sure that I'm really looking for centers right now in this class. Not that I'm opposed to. I'm not saying, Duren, I am saying, is a piece of this roster for the entirety. I'm not saying Felder's like this great long-term piece that I'm not willing to upgrade over. But is that somebody that I'm going to prioritize with my first-round pick? Like, I do like a guy like Sheldon, who's, and the things that you want from a center, he's at least be everywhere. He's got good defense, not as good of a rebounder, but he's at least solid there. He's a better scorer inside than a guy like Felder. So, like, do I like a guy like Nate Sheldon? Yeah, with the 3 badges as well. For finishing, gonna be a better scorer for the second unit. Am I taking that with our first round pick this year? I don't know. So still got plenty of work to do on this class. I gotta find more options, man. But as it's looking right now, if I had to guess from this day, Eric Wood's gonna be the first guy that we take in this upcoming draft. Unless we decide to get super aggressive and trade up to the number 1 overall pick, it would probably take some crazy offer to do it. And I just don't know if we're in that spot yet, because I don't know if Omar Santiago alone gets us to be a playoff team. And if we make a move like that and we're not a playoff team afterwards, we just lost a bunch of picks for the future. So tough spot for this draft so far. Hopefully these last couple months of scouting can find us some more potential gems other than Eric Wood, who was absolutely a gem of a find for us here. But just not a super impressive draft from what I have seen. Anyway, but that's all I've got for this episode. I'll be back soon with another, and I will see you then.